see vaguely people, but here you actually. Strong question.
Yeah, no.
But to actually be out there and actually see all these people, like visually, is that something completely different for?
Yeah, well, it's not the same. Touring clubs. We're doing one of our club tours in September and late September, and it's a totally different. It's very closed. It feels like almost like a big living room kind of. Everyone's right up there, and there's immediate crowd response. And this is much more like Formula One racing, as opposed to.
You go from 0 to 80.
Yeah.
You're sweating within 3 minutes. I think which usually takes a little longer.
It is getting hot in here, so I'm going to quickly
Yeah.
So what's new with Wheaters?
We got a new single out soon, I think in August sometime, called American in Amsterdam. It's off the new record that we have just finished, which is called Hand Over Your Loved Ones. And then, like I said, we have a tour coming up late September this year, clubs. And, we're going to try and tour for the rest of the year, and then for another year after that, and then,
Do you feel a lot of pressure, because the last album did so well? Do you feel a lot of pressure with this?
No, I'm actually much more excited about this one because I know that we took our time. Last record we made in 3 weeks in my mom's basement. So this one, we really took the time to make every song right. And
when we were done with it, we kind of listened to it and said, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, we were very proud
of it. We weren't really worried about having to, at this point, because I think it's the best thing ever.
Excellent. And finally, what's going through your heads next? You've just to sort of set up about the fact that you just come off stage. So what's going through your heads right now about the fact I'm sweating on?
Well, what's going through my head right now? I'm gonna ride my bike back to Angel today, and I'm wondering what Oxford Street is gonna be like on a Sunday. Other than that, I can't wait to see our new video on MTV because I directed it myself. And it came out really, really nice, and I'm very proud of it, and it's perfect.
And finally, I have one more question. Who are you looking forward to seeing today?
I'm gonna go outside and run around to
David Gray.
Beyonce. David Gray.
Meatloaf was great.
We saw Sugar Babes before; they were great.
Yeah.
We like them.
Yep. Madonna.
Metallica.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to get out.
Randy, tell the truth. You go, I hate this charity. It's all right. I'll give you shorter answers anyway.
Okay, so what's your name? Who are you? Anyway,
I'm Gareth Gates.
Lovely to meet you. Lovely to hear about you. Actually starting back at the end, really. You keep very, very busy, man. Very into band on TV and writing. Why are you giving up your time for this charity?
I think everyone's time's precious, and one of the things, and we all have to be very kind of like careful about where we spend our time. Whoever you are, and I think with this as a charity, the thing that appealed to me was that it's set up to help people help themselves. So it's not a handout, and it goes on the principle that if you teach a person to fish, you feed them for life, as opposed to give them a fish and they'll eat for a day with a really big fish. And that's what appealed to me, and it's a real it's a non-judgmental charity as well, in that it helps people between the ages of about 14 and 30, and whether people have had a tough start in life, whether they've been involved in crime or drugs, and they're desperately trying to get their lives straight. The Prince's Trust is unique in that it's an organisation that we'll help out. If you want to set up a business, we'll help you set up a business. If you want to set up a rehabilitation centre for other drug users or drug crime or for offenders, we'll help you do that. So that it's not just here's a little bit of money and we now feel good about ourselves. It is here's some money so you can, and we'll help you to live your dream. And that really appeals to me.
You really seem to have got the essence of young people as well. I mean, the fact that such a huge event like this, it's charity people can go, ooh.
Yeah.
You had a fantastic day like this. Where does this sit in the calendar for Prince's Trust?
I think it's one of the major events. I mean, the Prince's Trust does things all the year round, and there should be a big up to all those people who kind of like do things that aren't, make the press or aren't really heard about. There's lots of small schemes, but this is important because there's around 100,000 people who turned up to this event, and it's a great chance to share it. So it becomes a big kind of shared thing. Even though the day is about awareness and about money, raising money, it's still a chance for top celebs, not me, You know, I introduced top celebs, but top celebs to come along and for the crowd to be there and enjoy it. So it becomes a great day out in and of itself. In addition to which, it's helping a really good charity.
Well, you're a seasoned parker, party in the parker. So describe the atmosphere. What's the day here like?
It's great. I mean, if you come for the entire day, which again, it's quite possible you can, from the morning through to about 8-9 o'clock in the evening, then you get top names out there. But more importantly than anything else, because that could be like any other big concert, is that the atmosphere is really good. There's lots of families. We're in Hyde Park, which is a great kind of public park in the middle of London. There's people who kind of like rollerblading and playing frisbee outside who are listening to the music, and there are people who are coming right in to kind of enjoy it. So there's kind of lots of variety about. That's kind of what you want in a day, really.
Sounds like we've got the police outside, but I know it's just PR.
It might well be the police. It's kind of like they only wanted A-lists in here.
So any celeb friends you're looking forward to reacquainting yourself with? And Mr. Gates perhaps?
Well, certainly, Mr. Gates, a very young, talented man who will go far with his talent, I predict. Oh, wait a minute, he already has. Well, I was right then. Well, it's kind of, I mean, it's a little known fact that as we sit here and swelter, I still do have the biggest selling single of the UK this year, Spirit in the Sky, with someone called Gareth Gates as well. So I'll be looking forward to, I saw Shania Twain before, and I've seen the boys from Blue around here and Danny Minogue, and I'll be looking forward to giving them any benefit of my experience that I can to help them along their way. It's the least I can do. I like to give back to the pop community.
Absolutely, because they give us so much.
They've given me very little as individuals. They've given a great amount to the day, but to me as an individual, zilch. But I'm generous-hearted that way.
We want more. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Lovely to meet you.
You too.
And enjoy the day.
Cheers.
Okay, actually, do you ever get used to playing to that many people?
No, we never get used to it. I think I balance my life in a way that I kind of step in and out of it all the time. And no, I don't think I would ever get used to it in a sense. No, you always get, adrenalized.
Now, what's it like? Because for the punter out there that doesn't know what it's like to perform in front of 100,000 people, how would you describe it to someone?
It's kind of a rush, actually. I mean, I've been singing it on stage for so long, from such a young age. I've kind of gotten to the point where the number isn't as important as just the enthusiasm. So I'm not so sure the amount of people affects me so much as the way they respond. I mean, this crowd it's big and loud, and there's every element there. So it's fun. It's just plain fun.
And did you see this because you got your big gig here, haven't you?
Yeah.
So did you see this as like a rehearsal, a dummy run of?
No, not really a rehearsal. I mean, the show coming up this weekend is, it's a full-out show. So to get up and just do 4 songs is not really related, I guess, in a way. And then the tour itself is coming out in September, and that's a whole other thing again. It's just kind of ongoing.
And how familiar are you with it? Because it's all, to do with the Princess Trust. Are you familiar with the Princess Trust?
Yeah, I think this is my 3rd or 4th time now. I've kind of lost track, but it only happens once a year. It's like Christmas, It comes once a year, and it's big and it's fun and it's exciting.
Excellent. Now you've got a new single out.
Yeah.
Thank You, Baby.
Yeah.
Is this based on your baby?
I do think of him often when I'm on stage now. It's quite funny how a lot of my lyrics, so much of them are about love, and you really can relate a lot of your lyrics to anyone that you love. Thank You, Baby is definitely, it's quite specifically about guys and dating and all that. I'm kind of glad I'm done with dating now. Wouldn't want to do that again.
And what else is new with you? What else is going on in Shania Twain's world?
Well, of course, I'm preparing for Saturday for the big show, and I've got the tour actually coming up in September. So between now and then, I'll be very busy working on that.
Does it ever get daunting that you think, oh my God, when is this going to stop? When am I going to have a break?
If I look too far ahead, it can get overwhelming. But I usually take 1 week at a time, and you always have to look really far in advance with what we do, because everything does get planned 6 months or more ahead of time. but then once that's sort of done and the bigger picture is set, then I really do have to take it. Even a lot of times, one day at a time is as much as I can take, and then you get through it. It is challenging, and it's just one of those careers where it's like you give your all, but you get back what you give. It's very rewarding, and that's what keeps you going.
And finally, who would you like to see today? Who would you like to see of the acts today? Who's at the top of your list?
Oh my, that's a good question. Well, I already missed Meatloaf. That would have been great because I never got to see him as a teenager. I think that would have been my first choice because he's such a crazy man. Because I got to meet him a couple of days ago, but I've never seen him live, so that would have been kind of neat.
It was mad. He's very passionate.
Yeah,
he's very red hanky, and then at the end he grabbed the mic because they turned off his mic. He wasn't able to shout to you.
Oh no!
Yeah, keep on running, everyone.
He's crazy.
So, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, enjoy the day.
So.
That's right.
Okay.
We finished up. So thank you very much. Haven't been on yet.
No, it's all to come.
Are you nervous?
There are a few little jangles, but that's just because I'm going to have to do something in a minute. I think not overly nervous.
So what's going through your head, you know, with about to perform, and have you got a little thing going on with your performance? Because a lot of people try and like Atomic Kitten have naked men running around or whatever, and
we always have that, so we're not having naked men today, especially naked free show. No naked men. No, we're just going to do, we've got a long set, which is surprisingly 5 songs, so we can do 3 off the new album, a couple off White Ladder, so that people know who we are.
So how are you going to wow the audience? Because actually it's quite odd because you know, usually it's House in the Park is usually just pop acts.
Yeah.
Were you quite surprised to be invited this year?
Well, it's the 3rd time I've done it, so I think that it's one of those weird things. We did the Christmas party, Capital FM party at Earl's Court, and it just worked well. We were on tour at the time, and to have an actual band playing, it's a slightly different style. Like you say, it's all quite sort of bubblegummy, the whole thing. And it just seemed to set up a bit of a contrast for the parents, if anything. And we threw, we fired cannons full of teeth-rotting sweets into the audience. That was another crowd pleaser. I can't remember what I was even talking about. Well, my mind's gone blank.
I do that all the time. So that's where your bubblegum comes in.
Exactly.
You're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be injecting sweets into the audience.
I'll be injecting sweets into my veins, so that I'm in the same headspace as the children. I want to be on a sort of Coca-Cola rush.
Exactly. So what's new with David Gray? When in David Gray world, what's the latest?
What's new?
Yeah.
Well, we've just done Glasgow, so we're all still buzzing about that. That was a brilliant weekend. That's the newest thing. There's no real new material to speak of at the moment. We're starting to write a few songs with an eye to when this tour finishes, which will be the end of the summer. So there's nothing really outrageously new, unfortunately. I wish there were.
How do you feel about your, like now you're very much set in a place basically where it's taken you a few years to actually to get there, and I think your album was out, White Ladder was out way before it started to become.
Yeah, it took a long time. It took a really long time, and it took an even longer time to get to that point. So, and now, I have my own space, as you say, and it's a bit of a sort of lone furrow. I'm in a kind of very mainstream world, and yet, maybe my music's a little bit more serious than a lot of stuff that's around. So I suppose it's. I'm sort of getting used to where I am, to be honest. It was such a sort of a shock to the system, the whole White Ladder thing. We were all excitedly just rode this crazy wave that just kept breaking and getting, it was a big old ride, that. And with this record, we've just sort of consolidated a little bit. And I think just sort of getting used to what's happened, it's quite a lot to get your head around. So I think the whole dealing with the world is such an energy sapping thing, to deal with the amount of sort of attention that the whole thing attracts once you get really sort of commercial success. That's what I'm finding. I'm trying to find a balance between actually doing work on the music, which is obviously the most important thing in the long run, and trying to deal with what's happened and the pressure that it puts on you in other ways. So I'm just looking forward to having a bit longer to make the next record and really getting into it. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's just around the corner, really, so a bit of time to chill out as well as work.
Excellent. I think we'll finish it there. Thank you very much. It's been great to meet you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, how you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Are you on camera?
No.
I was going to say, someone should say some powder.
I'm thinking in here. I don't have any respite.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's just natural. But I'm saying, if you're on telly, someone should have told you I was being helpful.
I'm melting here. Yeah.
So am I.
It's about my 5th interview in a row.
Let's go.
Okay, so how is it? How was it out there? You've done it before, I think, so how was it this time?
It was absolutely brilliant. You know, we had lots of dancers who were getting naked on stage. It was lots of fun.
This is the 3rd year we've done it together, and I think the first year was just totally overwhelming. It was just like, oh my god, we were in Prince Charles's royal box, and then you know, we just had the most amazing day. It was so really overwhelming. And last year Natasha was heavily pregnant, like massive. And
right. So what I want to know is, yeah, I would kind of something about the chocolates.
Sorry, not my choice.
Whose idea was it to have the naked men?
Ours.
Hello. Have a think. 15 naked men. We were like, we've got 15 dancers. What can we do to them? Get them naked.
There's 3 ways of looking at it. Lil single wants to look at men. I'm in a long relationship. Likes to look at men.
My boyfriend was actually one of the
Her
naked
boyfriend
ones.
was one of the naked men.
So it was fine. It was all great. Worked out fantastic. We all had fun.
I'm the only illegal one there, really, aren't I?
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking.
See, because he's naked, so I'm allowed. Yeah.
So were you the ones that, you know, did you actually persuade the men to do it, or did you?
Oh no, they loved it. They were like,
we didn't have to twist their arms at all. They were loving it.
They said, we said maybe, you know, possibly we might ask you, you know, to whip your shirts off and do a dance with your shirts, and they were like, oh, fantastic.
And then we decided to take ours off, and just as we were taking our top layer off, I was like, why did we ever agree to do this?
I did, mine didn't.
But everyone
first.
cheered, so that was good.
But the boys like, boys, will you take your top off in front of 100,000 screaming people and go and telly like that? I got my top and went, woohoo! Got to get it. I threw it behind me in a bit of
I think my
anger.
man's on someone's head, but never mind.
Sorry.
Got to wrap up, but one last question. What's new in the Atomic Kitten camp?
We are recording our album at the minute. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and we are also rehearsing for our huge arena tour that starts in November, which is so exciting.
So keep an eye on our website for arena dates, which is www.atomickitten.com, and we'll see you in September with a new album, new single. Bye.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to stand outside.
Oh, no, you know.
Oh.
Sorry.
She's like,
now he's worried I'm a stalker. It's alright, I'm just been here too long.
It's alright.
Lovely to meet you. I had a chat with you the last album, Miss Anderson, and we got on so well that you don't remember.
No, I do. You know what's funny? I've been here for almost a month now, kind of secretly working on my new album, and no one knows. And it's been hilarious because, you know, I kind of look a little different. I've been sort of very anonymous and turning up at a couple of things like this just for fun, and it's such a different experience not performing, you know, not having the pressure of promoting something, and just being in the UK, in a country that I really love, just kind of soaking it up a little bit and trying to take some of the musical influences into what I'm doing. It's been great.
So the whole hair change. I like it, but, you know, why?
You know, it's so funny, I get so many questions about my image or about my hair colour and whatever, and I have to just laugh about it now. It's just, I'm an artist, you know, I feel like my body is it's the vehicle for presenting the music that I'm making, and I guess the way I look probably represents the kind of record that I'm making and the sound of it in some ways. You know, I really feel like I'm a performance artist, and that's kind of why, you know, and also I get bored. You know, not many other people admit that about image or about what you do, but you just get bored. Sometimes you feel like you wake up one day and think, you know, I feel like a change, I feel like I want to be someone else.
change of image in a way? Is there a sort of reflecting a departure musically? Is this
Sure. I mean, every time I make a record, it's always going to be different. You know, I feel like this next album I'm about to make is very personal. It's a very personal record, and some of it's kind of dark. You know, it's a very honest and raw, emotional piece of work, and I think that every time you set up to write songs and start a new project, you have to have something to say. What's the point of it? You know, I'm very jaded and very sick of manufactured music at the moment, you know, and I want to be somebody that only turns up when I've got something to say. I only want to make records when I really feel like I have a point of view. Last time around, I was on top of the world. You know, it was a very romantic, light record because that's how I felt 2 or 3 years ago. And at the moment, I'm examining things in my life and the world a little bit deeper, and hence, you know, resurfacing and having something to say.
So you're not really pissed off then? It's not a really
No. I don't want to reveal too much. It's just very analytical. The record is...
Radiohead, are we?
Well, it's a moodier record. Yeah. It is. But, you know, I'm in that... You know, I turned 30 last year, and I'm definitely evaluating my life and reflecting on, you know, things that went right and things that went wrong. You know, I'm at a crossroads in my life, and this album definitely reflects that.
And how's it here today?
Oh, it's so much fun. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Beyonce, actually, so I really turned up just to introduce her. She's on the same label as me, and I identify with that pressure of coming from a successful act and then being a solo artist, and that transition, it's worked out tremendous for her, but there's also, I can understand, there's a lot of critical attention that you get, and it was nice to kind of be there on the sideline saying, she's a label mate, I get it, she's going solo, I love her, I support her, so I came here to intro her.
Nice one. Nice meeting you.
Thanks, good to see you again. Bye.
My hair up for a one stage.
Yeah, ready?
Great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So how are you feeling?
We are very, very excited. Very, very hot. This is our 3rd time at Party in the Park. You know, it's for a fantastic cause, and
We're still very nervous.
very nervous, but it's always nice to be here because we get to catch up with all the other artists that we haven't seen in a while and just have a drink and just chill out.
Now, I've done this about 4 or 5 times now, and every year I forget. And then I look at those crowd shots and I go, this is
Blimey.
Huge.
It's huge, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's huge.
So what does it mean to be part of it?
Well, it's an honour to be asked back again, like it's been saying, the 3rd times. And the fact that it's for a charity, which is more special, that every ticket, every piece of money that's been spent on this event goes to a fantastic cause.
Yeah.
And you know, it's the Prince's Trust, and obviously it's doing extremely well, and hopefully this will still be doing this in a few years' time.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. I mean, there's legends here like Simply Red, you know, Meatloaf, still here, keeping it going, rocking the crowd. So hopefully we can do that one day as well.
So what are you going to be performing today?
We're going to be doing 3 songs. We're going to be doing One Night Stand from Looking on Both Sides. We're going to do 2 new tracks from the new album, Scandalous and Can't Get It Back, which we're going to get the chart position for today. Yeah.
Where'd you hear?
I don't know, hopefully sometime soon.
Couple of hours.
So we have to run around after you go, congratulations!
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the new single, Can't Get It Back. What's it about?
The new single is about a relationship where, you know, a partner has cheated. And basically, you know, we're saying, you know, we don't take that line down. We're not actually going to have that kind of behaviour, and you need to go, and you definitely ain't getting the things back that you actually got for us, especially the ring.
Absolutely. Mind you, when my partner cheated on me, I just broke everything that he'd given to me and left it in a pile.
Oh, really?
Anyway.
Whatever makes you happy.
You need to beg.
Each their own.
So how are you girls doing? You all happy?
Yes, very happy indeed. We're just living each day as it comes. I think what we've learned to do these days is just take everything with a pinch of salt and just really appreciate everything that's going on around us, because it's such a fast, spontaneous business that you could just let it slip, you know, beneath, what's the word, slip away without even taking it all in. And for us, every day is just a laugh, every day is fun, and we just really appreciate what we do now. And hopefully we can just keep doing it for many years to come.
It must be so exciting about with the new music as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's great. We've got our tour coming up in September and October, which is what we're working towards, and we're very, very excited about that because, of course, we've got 2 albums worth of material now to choose from. So we're going through picking out all the songs and deciding what we're going to go and what's going to go into what, and then we can't wait for that to kick off and start. It's going to be wicked.
And I bet you're just choosing the outfits, because you girls have the hottest outfits. Other than Beyonce, I mean, you 3 and Beyonce, I've got you all lined up with the hottest outfits of the day.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow. Our stylist is very good.
Yeah, we have got a good stylist.
She's very good. She always comes through.
Yeah. Maybe you should blend it to Danny Minogue.
Oh, don't say
No,
that.
Danny is the most beautiful figure, and they've put her in purple leggings with a silver dress over the top. She is hot.
She
and
is
I
hot.
just think that is not fair.
No, I'm
That is
sure
not
that she
fair.
doesn't wear anything that she doesn't want to wear.
Yeah.
And
I'm
we
not
think
getting you
she's
to
hot.
bitch. I'm just
No, yeah. But I think that's what she enjoys to wear.
Yeah.
I think that's her
She's
style.
lost in the 80s now, though. All right, let's move on from Danny. Otherwise, I will get. She's a lovely girl. She's a lovely girl. She is.
She's beautiful, actually.
So, one last question. Who are you looking forward to catching up with?
Oh, who are we looking
Do you know
forward
what?
to catching up with? Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone, because you're on the scene so much, and sometimes we're at events. Party in the Park is one of the events where we actually come, you know, way ahead of time before we go on stage, so we do actually get to catch up with the acts. And usually, when we're doing road shows and stuff like that, we usually go on just before we go on stage, and then you go. So you don't get a chance to intermingle and, you know, speak to anybody. So we're just enjoying seeing everybody.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, I don't think any.
Hello, Beyonce. How you doing? I'm Rollo.
Hi.
Very quickly, your performance was absolutely amazing today. How did it feel to be doing it in front of all these people?
You know, it's unexplainable. So many people with all of this energy, and be on the other side of the world for me, and have all these people putting their hands up and singing the words to your songs. And my album's only been out a week. It's incredible. I'm so blessed and honored, and that rush is just, you can't explain it.
Now, also, your album's doing fantastically.
Thank you.
And your single is fantastic.
Thank you.
You're well on your way to getting to become solo star after coming out of Destiny's Child. How did it make you feel?
I'm very happy, more so with the response from the fans and my peers. They think the album is just a great quality. It has great quality, and I worked so hard on it. And I just wanted to make some great music. You know, that was really my focus, more so than selling a bunch of records. Even though I'm #1 here and in America, that doesn't feel so bad. But I just wanted people to hear some new music, and I tried to introduce my generation to some live instruments and a little bit of jazz and a little bit of rock. And I'm just happy with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so you should introduce him. Thank you very much, Beyonce. You were great today. Good morning.
Get a little bit mad.
Right, I'm rolling. But we do need to hide the ice cream, sorry. It's a bit of a wide shot.
That's alright.
So, first and foremost, you guys haven't been out that long, but you're out on that stage quite far up the bill.
Definitely,
100,000
definitely.
people. How does it feel?
Good.
Felt brilliant. Like to see 100,000 people. I think we've done as much as 45,000, but never 100,000. And just to hear the screams was phenomenal enough. Let alone see everyone's faces and hands in the air too. Crazy.
The scream just echoed back and back and finished at the front, and all the rest was still going at the back. It was nice.
It was heavy.
Very nice.
And if you were going to say, because for the ordinary punter out there that doesn't know what it's like to go out and perform in front of 100,000 people, what's it like? What would you describe it as?
As the biggest buzz ever.
It's electric.
You can't describe it. That's the feeling. The feeling you cannot describe it. Just that, I don't know, but it's just like the biggest buzz ever.
Of course.
Yeah, it's nice, very nice.
And what's new in the Big Brothers camp?
Well, we've got a new single called Baby Boy. We performed it out there. It's going to be out in August.
Yeah.
We've also done the Scooby-Doo 2 movie. It's going to be out next year, March.
Yeah.
You know, Another album is getting recorded at the moment, so a lot of big things to look forward to.
You big Scooby-Doo fans then?
We were growing up.